Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. Miley Cyrus is releasing her new album, Endless Summer Vacation, on March 10, 2023, and fans are excited about this upcoming era. The last time Miley released an album was almost 3 years ago, and it was her rock album Plastic Hearts. Endless Summer Vacation leads with its single Flowers, which comes out on the day of Miley's ex-husband, Liam Hemsworth's birthday. This led fans and the public to believe that the song is going to be about him, and apparently releasing it on his birthday isn't the only clue we have. Here are 7 hints in Miley's new song Flowers, where she references her ex-husband, Liam. Number 2. Similar dance moves. In the teaser for the single that Miley shared on Instagram, she is walking up a hill wearing a gold dress and breaking into a dance that looks familiar to something she did on the red carpet with Liam. At the 2019 Oscar Vanity Fair red carpet party, Miley and Liam were both giving an interview where she starts joking around and does a dance where she grinds on him. Liam was obviously uncomfortable and told Miley he isn't playing along with the dance.
Two of you.
Like this.
What? Alright. We're out. Oh, you're not for the...
Fast forward 4 years later, and Miley is doing that same dance on her own without needing a partner. Number 3. I Can Love Me Better. In the teaser, Miley sings I Can Love Me Better Than You Can, which could allude to a couple of things. During a 2020 interview with Joe Rogan, Miley opened up about her divorce and said what really sucked was realizing that they didn't love each other the way they used to. This can be seen in public when Miley pretended to lick Liam on the red carpet at the Avengers Endgame premiere, and he looked uncomfortable and apparently asked her to behave for once. Then Miley pushed him away and posed for solo photos. I'm not going to jump in to defend Miley because I know some people were, but I can actually understand where they are both coming from. Miley has a very fun personality, and I can see how that can sometimes be annoying, especially on the red carpet or just in general. I think the reason why they worked out so well together in their early 20s and loved each other better was because they were young and probably had the same goals and mindset. When they got married in 2018, Liam's personality and mindset had grown from where it once was, which seems to have clashed with Miley's personality. This is something I wrote about in my blog, Exposing SMG, where I basically pointed out key things in their lives that kept clashing, and I said that where Liam wanted to be like his brother Chris and settle down, Miley did not. This translates to Miley that she can love herself better because if it was too much of a hassle for Liam, it's not too much of a hassle for her. This shows that Miley may have accepted her own personality in a way that Liam had trouble with. Number 4. References to Slide Away. Following up on her 2019 breakup with Liam, Miley released a breakup track called Slide Away, where she sings that her ex can slide away back to the ocean while she goes back to the city lights. Not only was Slide Away obviously about Liam, the lyrics Back to the Ocean reference the fact that he was Australian. In Flowers, Miley sings that she will write her own name in the sand, and when I first heard this lyric, it reminded me of her 2019 song Malibu that's also about Liam. In Malibu, Miley sings, I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean, 'cause now I'm as free as birds catching the wind, but here I am next to you in Malibu. Her saying, I can write my own name in the sand, after saying, here I am next to you in Malibu, is totally parallel to each other and shows that he's no longer there in her life. Number 5. Miley made sure to mention when the song would be released in Australia. As we've previously mentioned, Liam is from Australia. Miley shared a graphic on Instagram announcing when Flowers would be released and put Sydney as the first city on the graph. In the United States, Flowers is being released on the 12th, but in Australia, it's being released on the 13th, probably as a special birthday gift to Liam. Number 6. Built a home and watched it burn. This is a lyric that is both literal and metaphorical because Miley and Liam's house was actually burned down in Malibu in 2018 due to a wildfire. And in the metaphorical sense, they spent so much of their lives together and built their relationship back up after the 2013 breakup, only for it to fall back down to ashes. And in 2020, Miley references that in her album Plastic Hearts, saying, "I lost my house in a fire but found myself in its ashes." Number 7. Liam filing for divorce. Miley and Liam's teams go back and forth on who really initiated the breakup, but it has been reported that it was Liam who filed for divorce. And this makes me wonder if the lyrics in Flowers basically confirm that Miley didn't want the relationship to end. She sings, "I didn't want to leave you, I didn't want to lie, started to cry, but then I remembered I." And then she just goes on to say that she can give herself anything he gave her, such as buying herself flowers, writing her own name in the sand, talking to herself for hours, saying things he couldn't understand, take herself dancing, and hold her own hand. When discussing her divorce, Miley said that there was too much conflict, and when she comes home after a long day of work, she wants to be anchored by someone and not come home to drama or fighting. She then opened up more on the Howard Stern show, saying that what pushed them to get married in the first place was the trauma of losing their Malibu home in a fire. Whenever Miley does talk about the relationship and divorce, there seems to be clarity in her mind because she looks back on the fond moments of having him there and says he was her first everything. And a loss like that can be traumatizing, but she tries to focus on the logistical aspects rather than the emotional ones. I've said before on my blog that what I really think broke them apart was the difference in personality and being on two different paths. Miley has admitted that she was never one of those people who wanted to be married really badly, she just enjoyed having someone with her at all times. So when their house burned down, in a way to feel like she hasn't lost everything in that home, she and Liam were on a high of having each other, which pushed for them to get married. They were engaged at the time, but Miley never actually pictured them tying the knot. And marriage on its own is hard enough, and I feel like people in Hollywood do have a harder time staying married, so maybe it's for the best that they did break up. Anyway, that's it for this video. What do you guys think about the song Flowers? I was listening to it while searching for hints, and the more it replayed, the more I was bopping to it. It makes me sad looking at Miley and Liam because I can safely say I think we all wanted them to work out. And after a decade of being together, you just can't help but want them to work for each other. But as long as they've done things to better themselves and their lives, it's all that matters at the end of the day. Tell me your thoughts down below and what you think of Miley's new song Flowers. Are you excited for this new Miley era, or are you just here for the tea and vibes? Make sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media. Thanks, and as always, I'll see you next time.